we're not wearing protection.
Actively having sex with no protection.
The fact that it's been this long and we haven't had any scares, I'm like, you know.
What happens?
Meghan, you're not concerned at all about that?
She wants another baby. The thing is like, I maybe changed my mind. I love him enough to where that's enough. Like, out of my way to have a child. Obviously, I'm not going out of my way to not have one either, right? Because I'm not taking precautions.
Okay, John.
Fudging hell. Oh my days. I don't even know who I want to even lay into in this one. I don't know if I want to lay in on John or if I want to lay in on Meghan. This is a very frustrating situation. Let me just project real quick. Not even project, let me just rant. We live in a world where there are a lot of single moms. There are more single moms than there are single fathers. At least I think there is anyway, right? Because we always see more single moms, you know, than we do single fathers. But there is a stampede of single mothers. And, you know, a conversation that isn't had, which I guess maybe is taboo or people just don't take accountability, is how women are happily sleeping with men. Not all women, of course, but some women are happily sleeping with men with no protection, even though that they're not even sure that that person is going to stick around. Meghan is somebody now who is already a single mother. Luckily, the baby father is still in the picture, which is fantastic. But not every woman has that, okay? And there are some women in this world right now who have 3, 2, 4 babies, kids, and every single child has a different baby father. Legit. And this is the reason. This is one of the reasons why. Happily sleeping with somebody with no protection, despite the fact that your relationship isn't even secure. It is very different to get pregnant knowing that you are secure in your relationship with that person and then breaking up. It is very, very different. If you marry someone, you have kids, then you break up, fair enough, okay? If you're with someone and you know your relationship is secure, you know you both want the same things, but you're not just married yet, but you both on the same on the same wavelength, fair enough, cool, and then you break up, I understand it, no worries. But then there are people who are in relationships that aren't secure. Relationships that have a lot of red flags, relationships that says, you know what, I shouldn't really be committing to this person. I should not be having children with this person. In fact, I should be protecting myself, not just in terms of the fact that I should protect myself in terms of not getting pregnant, but I should also be protecting myself in the fact that I don't want to catch anything from this person. Because generally speaking, you know, when people freely sleep, you know, without protection, you're also putting yourself in a position where you can also catch anything, okay? Whether that be an STI, STD, whatever you want to call it, right? So this is my frustration here with the Meghan situation and John situation. John has already said multiple times, he does not want kids. Kids were never a part of his plan. Now, I don't give a damn if now that he's at a point where he is like, well, if it happens, it happens. Because that is not the way. This is the problem. These two have only just started to really get a relationship going. But there's going to be certain parts that I haven't shown you yet of their relationship that is not healthy. That also says that they should be using protection. Because Meghan cannot be that stupid to put herself in a position where she will get pregnant again and then end up being a single mother again, knowing that the signs are in front of her that this relationship is not yet secure. But let's continue.
John is ready to take on a stepfather role?
No, I don't.
Let's pause it right there. Let's listen here. Now, this the first bit I laid into Meghan more than I did into John. Now I'm laying into John. The fact that, you know, we got his brother here coming out and saying that, listen, I know that my brother is not somebody that's ready to be a stepbrother. I know my brother isn't someone who's ready to even have kids. That's something that should be taken seriously, not taken lightly. But here's the thing though, let's talk about John though. If John knows that he's never wanted kids, why is he with somebody that he knows wants kids? But also on top of that, if he knows that he's never wanted kids, then why is he actively having intercourse with her without protection? Does John really believe that he's going to stick around and be a father? Now, I'm not going to sit here and say to you that, oh no, he's not going to stick around and be a father, okay? Because he could easily still stick around and be a father, even if they broke up. That is easily still the case. I'm not going to say that he's not going to do that. You know, that's not a fair thing to say because there is no record to say he's not going to stick around. But the fact that he knows that he's never desired to have children, he should not be at this moment in time having intercourse with Meghan without protection until he knows 1000% that he wants to have a child with Meghan. Because here's the thing, right? There are many men in this world and women in this world who don't want children, but when they meet the right person, they're like, you know what? I actually want to have a child with you. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like I just want to have a child with you. That easily happens. Is John at that point right now? John will probably tell you he is, but he's not. Because some of the questions that he's asked and the responses that he gives, he always says, well, I'm just going to go with the flow. We're just going to see what happens. If it happens, it happens. This is the problem. John's response to the whole thing of the fact that he's sleeping with Meghan without protection is, well, if it happens, it happens, and I'll still be here and I want to step up. It is very, very easy, and I'm pretty sure women can agree with this. It is very, very easy for men to say, yeah, of course I'm going to be, it's going to be fine. And then 9 months later, the man isn't even there, even though he gave the woman the reassurance that he's going to be there, and then boom, bam, he's not there anymore. You see what I'm saying? So really onto this whole situation with these two and the whole child thing, nah, I'm not with it. Both of them are ridiculous for this. Both of their behaviors are stupid. Fuck off.
Say her for John.
The only red flags I have with Meghan is really just like some of the jealousy stuff that's come up.
I'll tell you.
You know, between the location sharing, you know, having problems when he's working and having to be called home. I mean,
Been about like having trust issues. I'm working on it, and I told him like it's a process, but you know he gets jealous too, and you know there's always two sides to everything. But
So, do you trust John 100%?
maybe 99.9 hurt me. Like, you know, honestly, like our instances of jealousy, like I would say once every 2 weeks, and it's normal. I think that if there was no issues at all, then that would worry me. Are you texting someone?
Please let me know. Do you believe that these two should be in a position where having unprotected sex should be a thing? Should they be in a position where they are where they feel like, if a child happens, it happens. It is what it is. After everything that you just heard right there.
Somebody, or I'll be like, are you messaging somebody? Little stuff like that, and that might blow up to a bigger fight. Just normal stuff, right?
Oh, those comments, they're just not healthy.
I disagree. I know my relationship, so I wouldn't be with someone if it was the case. But maybe John feels differently.
Well, you're not questioning me all the time gets my head going because I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
So to have it come up, I'm just like this. Well,
You guys are just fueling this fire where you're just always on edge.
Should people who are always on edge be in a position where they have an unprotected sex and being in a position where, you know, what's his name? John is happily still, you know, ejaculating inside of her. And also, let's go back to what I said before about protection, right? Shouldn't she be in a position where she's like, you know what, we should actually wrap up, because if she's got insecurities that he may be doing a madness elsewhere potentially or whatever, right? Or he may do it, well then obviously she will never know if he has done it, and if he has done it, she won't know if he's done it unprotected. Well, she would know actually. In fact, here's the thing though, isn't it? When it comes to infidelity, right? Generally speaking, somebody that sleeps with somebody else but uses protection. Also, when a man sleeps with, I actually both ways, and uses protection, you got a less chance of being caught out for obviously infidelity, because of course you're not going to catch anything. What the risks are so much less, right? But if you are somebody who's actively out there sleeping with somebody else or other people, and you are not using the protection, and then you do catch something, well then guess what? You then get caught out that you were doing a madness, because of course, where did you get it from? Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, so these two are morons. And look at this. Oh, then we got Debbie on my bloody screen. Oh Jesus.
No, I disagree. I need like the whole ceremony of marriage. I just need the commitment, and that's the main thing.
So, an engagement. You need an engagement within a year and a half.
it happens, you know what I'm saying? Because right now, baby, Miss Meghan Brown, oh.
Someone told me that this man is proposing because he wants to propose, or he's someone convinced me he is proposing because he wants to propose. Please convince me he's not proposing because of the timeline BS that she's been putting him under. The pressure. She pressured him to move. You know what I mean? She wants commitment, this and that. The woman has been putting a lot of pressure onto him to do certain things. And right now, my man is pussy whipped. Not everything, but I do strongly believe that some of his actions, or the majority of his actions, are based on the fact that whatever she's got going down there on her coochie must be good. This is a man that's definitely been around and been around a lot of women by the sounds of it, you see what I'm saying? And generally speaking, a man like that, who's been around and he's explored different usually if a woman does tame him down, it comes to different reasons. One is because he's come across one that's actually good looking, because the rest haven't really been that good looking. They've just been smashes, okay? Two, not only is she going to be good looking to his standard, but she's also going to have to his standard as well. Do you see what I'm saying? So I don't know what's going on in their bedroom. You know what I mean? But whatever skills she's got, yeah, man is just enjoying it, and he thinks this is paradise, and it may be paradise, but he's not making actions based on himself, you ask me. That's why I support more what Patrick says for the most part, because he knows his brother, you know what I mean? And that's just that. And also, like I said before, throughout the whole season, we have seen her literally tell him what she wants, and if she doesn't get it, she is going to bounce. She has used that card several times. It is evident, you see what I'm saying? So the way I look at it, man is hooked on the cooch. And to be fair with you, like, I'll tell you this now, right? Sometimes in life, the best cooch is the cooch that comes from a woman that's already given birth. You know what I mean? If the man don't know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, right? I won't lie to you. I just said the last bit just to be controversial. Nonetheless, though, let me know what you're thinking down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.